COVID-19 vaccine trials show promising results. Develop a vaccine, and we will defeat the virus. We are doing very well with vaccine development and therapeutic development. President Trump kicking off tonight's task force briefing. Those are backed by touting advancements for the race for the COVID-19 vaccine. Many drug makers today expressing promise at the prospect of one by year's end. Watch this. We would hope in the fall or towards the end of the year, we have data that we can send it to the FDA for them to make a determination on whether we would also hope at that point to have millions of doses of vaccine available. We have a path to submit our clinical trial data in a biologics license application, or BLA, to the FDA as early as October this year. We're targeting to at least have results by early 2021, as well as 100 million doses by the end of March. We would not expect to have a licensed product until 2021 at the earliest. Joining me now, Dr. Jacob Planwell, founding partner and president of Distributed Bio, and a computational immuno-engineer. He is also featured in the Netflix documentary series Pandemic Doctor. Great to have you with us tonight. How promising is what we heard today? Well, it's good news. I think we are seeing pretty smooth sailing. The vaccines that have been tested so far, all are producing antibodies. And we know that antibodies can block this virus in hamsters, mice and primates. So I think the smart money at this point is that we will have vaccines and antibody therapeutics ready by the end of the year and into 2021. The challenge at this point is going to be the cost of those medicines so that everyone has access to them. Absolutely. So with regard to the speed with which this is happening, it's interesting to hear them say we will already have, 100 million vaccines by the time we apply for our FDA approval. So that once they get the FDA approval, they can start distributing. Right there, they're doing those two things at the same time. They're doing it at risk. And that's smart because we want to be able to get this out to as many people as possible. We know the vaccine won't work on everybody, and we know not everyone is going to take the vaccine. So realistically, fast forward 6 months. We're still talking about a lot of 2021 spent trying to vaccinate Americans, and also having an antibody available at hospitals. I think part of the challenge here is also going to be the cost. We heard that on Capitol Hill yesterday. Rom Desert very surprised everybody by being Charlie. It costs over $3,000 for a dose, and that's not really going to be workable. We need to have more reasonable medicines. So Mai is intending on having an antibody that we can sell for less than an iPhone. And I think that's going to be an important thing to make sure that people that are insured or uninsured all have access to the medicine so that we have enough herd immunity to go back to work. So before I let you go, when will your antibody be ready, and how would that be ingested? How you take it? Yeah, so we're developing an antibody with Malapop. This is a major organization that produces the material. We'll be running the clinical studies towards the end of the year. So early next year, we'll be having those available. This is a deliberate as an IV infusion. So if you get sick, you go to the hospital, you get an IV. That blocks up the virus, you get better and you go home. That's really a critical thing we need is something for people who haven't had the vaccine yet, or the vaccine is not working for them. Well, it's amazing to watch this sort of, American ingenuity at work and everybody competing to help make people better with this virus. So, Dr. Jacob Glanville, always good to see you, sir. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thanks for having me on, Martha. So that is the story of this Tuesday, July 21st, 2020. But as always, the story continues. So we will see you back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. With more of the story live from New York, where things are starting to open up and pop a little bit more, which is good to see. I hope everybody is safe and well where you are. We'll see you back